UnJustified, where we always cover the truth, the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly, the unbiased, and sometimes unpopular opinion. Today we're going to be watching a video, an odd occurrence that happened at the White residence shortly after the murders, and this one is no exception to the rule. This one actually happened over a month after the murders. Nate had saw a dark-haired lady walking into the home, and then Miss Rusek had a text from an unknown number, and to my knowledge, until this day, she still doesn't know who it was that sent the text to her phone, and she called and reported it to police. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to actually show you the video in its entirety. A lot of people has written me and wanted to see this video in its entirety, as I only showed clips on the supernatural video. But the first thing I want to do is actually read you the report that the police made when they went to do this search of the house, and it was in September. And as I say, it was like a month to a month and a half after the murders and after Chris was arrested. So that's very odd. Lots of odd things happen around this house. There's people that live near there that say they can drive by it and they can just feel the coldness of it, and it's just, it creeps them out. And watching the video, you can almost feel the cold in the house. You can feel the emptiness, it's just creepy. Even watching it on video, you can just feel the creepiness to it. And just looking around, and people have spotted so many things in this video. And some of them I did point out on our supernatural coincidence or not video. I did point out some of them that was found in this. There's many that I didn't even point out. So even the police, when they're searching it, you can tell they're even nervous. You can even tell that they have this creepy feeling to them even being in there. They're kind of jumpy. I know officers has to be on the guard. They look at every angle, but you can just see it. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the video. If you see anything else odd or kind of supernatural or creepy in this video that I didn't point out in my coincidence or not video, let me know. And tell me where it's at. Give me a timestamp. I want to see it too. There's several things I know. People can hear EVPs in it. They can see orbs, all kinds of stuff. At the top of the stairs, right before the end of the video, when the officers head upstairs and there's one standing at the very top, there's so many people that says they can see a child peep out from behind the officer's legs when he's standing there. And I have seen that, but I was undecided if it was actually like a ghost of a child or if it was just another officer in the background behind him. And when you watch this, look at that part and tell me what you think. Do you think it looks like a ghost of a child there, or do you think it is someone else walking in the background? Because I'm undecided. I don't know. But let me read this report to you, and I always like to give the proof. In fact, you know me, I like to give it all to you, not just a little bit. I like to just throw it all out there to you and let you have your own decision about it, of course. And this is the actual report you're looking at here, and it was filed on September the 21st. So that was well after a month after Chris was in jail, and the murders happened almost a month and a half that the house had been vacant. It says, on September the 21st, 2018, at 18:05 hours, I was advised by the Weld County Dispatch of a suspicious incident at 2825 Saratoga Trail, within the town limits of Frederick, Colorado. I was advised that Sandy, that would be Sandy Rusek, stated that she got a text message from an unknown number, and the text stated that the back door to 2825 Saratoga Trail was open. Sandy said that there should be no one at that house or near the house at this time. I arrived at the house with Officer Lyons, and we walked up to the front of the house and tried to open the front door. The door was secure. I looked through the windows on both sides of the door and did not see anything out of place or any sign that someone had made entry into the house. Officer Lyons and I walked around to the front of the house to access the gate to the backyard. I tried to pick up on both garage doors to ensure they were still secure. Officer Lyons and I walked around the front of the house to access the gate to the back door. I tried to pick up on both garage doors to ensure they were still secure. As we walked around the house, I was looking at all windows and screens. I did not see anything out of place or that would indicate that someone gained access to the house from the windows. We walked around the back of the house and I noticed that on the back door that the screen door was slid open. I walked up the steps and observed that the door was closed and that there was a security bar in place, preventing anyone from entering through the door. The curtains were in place and did not seem disrupted. After looking to see that all windows and doors appeared secure in the back of the house, we walked back up front. As I was walking by the garage, I noticed that the garage lights were on, and I did not notice that the lights were on when I walked up the first time. The house appeared secure at this time, and I did not see any indication that someone had been in or around the house. Officer Lyons and I cleared without incident. At about 1951 hours, I was contacted by dispatch again. I was told a Frank Rusek called in stating that he spoke to the neighbor Nate. And according to Frank, Nate stated that the garage lights were still on and they had not been on in the days past. I responded back to the address and spoke with Nate. He was able to show me a video from his Xfinity home security system on his phone. He did show me that a female walked up to the house at about 900 hours and was seen walking up to the front door. There was no video of a female leaving the area. And shortly after, there is a black SUV that is seen passing the house slowly. Nate was able to show me 3 different videos showing this black SUV going slow by the house shortly after the female was seen walking to the front door. I did not see anyone leave the vehicle and approach the house and did not see anyone come from the house and get into the vehicle. I was able to use a ladder that Nate provided and looked into the top windows of the garage. I did not see anything that indicated anyone was in the garage, and it did not appear that anyone went through anything in there. Nate explained that he had spoken with other neighbors in the area, and they also had not seen any lights on the garage in the last few days. While I was looking in the windows, I pushed on the garage, sounding an alarm. I spoke to Frankie by phone, and he told me that he did not think the lights should have been on either. And I told him about the alarm, and he stated that he did not think the alarm was set when he left the residence a few weeks prior. He asked if we would clear the house and make sure that no one was in the house. They provided me with the door code for the front door. I explained that I would get a few more officers at the house and we would make sure there was no one there. Officer Lyons, Officer Perez, Officer Cookski, and Officer Fratelli arrived on scene with the image of the party walking up to the door and not seen leaving the house, and the lights on the garage. I wanted to make sure we cleared the house as safely as possible. All 5 of us walked up to the front door, and I put in the door code and unlocked the front door. I opened the door and made several announcements. Frederick Police, anyone in the house, Frederick Police. If you're in the house, make yourself known. I did not hear or see anything in the house. I made those announcements several times while we worked through the house, clearing room by room. We did not locate anyone in the house and did not observe anything out of place or something that was obviously missing. We checked all cabinets and closets along with rooms. As we left the house, the garage lights were turned off, and all of the lights we turned on while searching the house were turned off as we left the residence. I was able to secure the front door to the house and check to make sure the door was locked. I spoke with Nate again and advised him that there was no one in the house and that if he would be able to look at his cameras again and see if he could see when the female left the area and if there was a vehicle associated. As on 9/22/2018, I have not heard from Nate. I was wearing a body camera during this time. The audio and video recorded have been added to this report. End of report. So, I mean, there you have it. You know, they actually did see it on Nate's camera 3 different times that the black SUV was in the neighborhood. They seen the go up to the door. He didn't see her go in the house because Nate's camera won't pick up their very front porch, you know. But he saw the dark-haired lady walk up to the house but never saw her leave. And then the black SUV that was going by at least 3 times, really slow, going by the house. And so many people have speculated about that black SUV, and I'm very curious about it myself. It would have been so nice, and who's to say they didn't, because that's part of the discovery that obviously we don't have, because we don't have that video of her actually walking up to the house that they gave them. But I would love to see that as well, because I wonder if you could take that video of that SUV and maybe zoom it up really good and get a tag number or a make and model, because there's a lot of speculation of whose black SUV that was. It's awfully odd, you know. I mean, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, and I'm not saying that that is this SUV, but I'm saying that that speculation's gonna be there, right? Along with the little gray truck, that was a speculation too, you know, it's this little gray truck. When you see unknown vehicles, and you know it yourself from your own home, if you see unknown, strange vehicles going down a road that you have lived on for a while or parked at the neighbor's house, you notice it. It stands out because you know the common traffic through that road. You know most of the time what every neighbor drives, and when there's a different vehicle there, then it stands out like a sore thumb, right? So I just wish that some things could have been looked at a little deeper, and because when it hasn't been looked at deep enough, then what else have you got except speculation? That's all you got to go on. I mean, that's how they solve real murders, is they speculate this and they'll speculate that, and one of those speculations ends up being the way it is, especially when you're working with circumstantial evidence, right? I mean, you can't help but speculate because, come on, I mean, hell, it's different vehicles in the area, and coincidentally, somebody involved in the case has 2 vehicles that looks exactly like has been explained, that has been at that house and going by the house slowly, and then you got the dark-haired woman walking up to the house, but she's never seen leaving. So it's just all, you know, when speculations keep adding up and all this circumstantial shit keeps adding up, eventually, if it walks like a duck, and I'm not saying that anybody is guilty, okay? So before anybody comes against me and before anybody says I'm throwing out theories, I'm not. I'm just stating facts. I'm showing you facts that you cannot take the facts I'm showing you and say, oh, that's bullshit. That's not even true, because it's true. And what do you got to go on? When it's circumstantial, you got speculation, and that's what we're doing here. Anyway, let's watch the video, guys.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house? Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known. Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house? You got an open closet over there.
Okay.
I got you long.
Slow and steady, guys.
Okay. Coming out.
Pushing up to you, Chris.
Nothing.
Cooksey, I'm coming into your hallway.
Copy.
Still got that bathroom?
Yep.
I'm gonna pass by it.
Copy.
Opening a connecting door.
Clear.
Not a connecting door. Closet, I'm coming behind it. Clear, I'm coming out.
Okay. Did you guys get this closet?
Nope.
Ready?
That's the basement, I think. This closet. Okay, so let's clear the garage. Cooksey, hold where you're at. We'll come out to the garage. Frederick Police Department, anybody in the garage? Frederick Police Department, make yourself known. Okay, coming back in.
Now. Coming out, Cook.
There's no way to get in, like, in the top or anything?
I don't see any access. No access points.
Is it sealed off from the top on that side? Yeah. Never mind.
Looks secure. Okay, come back in.
Coming out.
Now. Garage lights are off. Cooksey coming back towards you.
Copy.
Blue coming out.
Okay, I'll pull the door once you guys are ready.
You want to make that announcement?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the basement? Frederick Police Department, make yourself known.
Gotcha.
Frederick Police Department, anybody down here? Frederick Police Department, anybody down here?
that? That might be the alarm I'm thinking. Not sure. It's right there. Shut up.
Blue coming up.
Blue coming out.
Coming out. Okay, we'll check this closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We checked out the kitchen cabinets and stuff?
I'm gonna check the top, see if there's a access there. Clear.
Coming out to you, Kate.
Look for any like vents like those that are big enough that maybe they open and go like that.
Let's go clear upstairs.
No, it's cool.
Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Make yourself known. You guys want to cover me? I'll grab the gate.
I'll hold down here.
Clear, coming out.
Copy.
Come to you and I, soon after. Go.
I'll break that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Come to yours.
Hey.
You good? Fine? Which one do you want? You good? Good? Okay. Okay, coming up.
No.
Back on the right. Copy. Ron, you're with me, we'll take you on the right. Land quickly, before the one on the left. Brunswick Police Department, anybody in there? Brunswick Police Department, make yourself known!
Copy. 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 Copy.
The laundry room and the access panel up there?
There's no one to breathe down,
There's not,
and you can see where it's been held up by, whoever went in there last check, and it's still in there. Okay. Go ahead and make this place like it was when we came in.
I had it, yeah, I had it switched there.
Perez, we're coming down.
Copy.
I'm going to sit back here, going.
Yeah, we've been back there a few times.
Okay.
Just light off.
All lights.
What's that?
All the lights.
All right, guys.
Good?
Alright.
Will we get the garage lights off? We get the garage lights off? Okay.
Okay. Got everybody?
Those two already went out.
Okay, let's go. I'll be the last one out.
I'm gonna kill the lights, it's gonna get dark.
So what'd you think about that? Did you feel it creepy? Did you feel cold? Did it feel kind of awkward in a sense to you? Or did it just look like somebody's not home and they're on vacation or something? It doesn't feel that way to me. To me, it has an eerie feeling just watching it on the video. I can feel the coldness and the energy. It's like, it's so creepy. But drop me a comment and let me know if you saw anything that was odd, and if you saw that little girl at the top of the stairs that everybody sees stick her head out behind the cop's leg. Do you think it was a ghost of a child, or do you think it was somebody in the background? I didn't put that in the coincidence or not video because, you know, I just wasn't sure. So unless I'm pretty sure of something and I can damn sure see it for myself or hear it for myself, I'm not going to throw it out there because I'm just not. I looked at it again and it definitely, you know, it's kind of creepy to say the least either way. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back real soon with another one.